And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.
FBI, open up! Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we got a good show for you guys. I know it's been a minute. I'm going to start doing these once again. I had to get some things in order, the studio and everything else. Shout out to Lindsay, Pink Panther, what's going on? The Bronx, how are you? Thank you guys all for joining me. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. A lot of great things on the way. If you guys haven't seen, I've been dropping interviews every single day, and there's a lot more to come. So today, we're going to talk about the union boss that everyone was in the news about. This, I believe his name is Harold Daggett. So a lot of people might not know, but Daggett was involved with the mob. Some people said, oh, he's a normal person, blah, blah, blah. No, he wasn't. He was involved with the mob. He was arrested for racketeering, and he got caught. And he cooperated against the mob. He testified, and we got all that information for you. And I'm going to show you something else about Daggett that you might not know. It seems that he changed his accent. And I'm going to show you guys how he changed his accent. Talked a lot different back in the day. And I'm sure you're wondering, why did you put a picture of him pissing his pants? Because that's what the mob made him do. Literally. He was so scared that he peed his pants. He admitted to it on the stand. People are like, oh no, he's a legitimate guy. He's not involved. Yes, he was involved. He was arrested alongside all the other guys. Oh, poor Daggett. Now, let's get into the video.
Today's world, I'll cripple you.
I'll cripple you. I'll cripple you.
I will cripple you.
On today's episode of What's Going On with Shipping, will the ILA strike on October 1st? I am your host, Sal Mercogliano. Welcome to today's episode. And
make sure you guys go subscribe to this guy's channel. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Shout out to him.
You just heard Harold Daggett, the president of the International Longshoremen's Association, in what is entitled A Candid Conversation. I cannot imagine an uncandid conversation with Harold Daggett, but that's the candid one, where President Daggett talked about whether or not his men will go, and women, will go on strike on October 1st. And if I'm a betting person, I think that's a person who is committed to either getting what he wants, or we can expect to see ports along the east and Gulf Coast of the United States shut down on October 1st.
And I think that Daggett was very selfish because he has yachts, Bentley, big mansion. He is not like the people who work for the docks. He is not on their level, by no means. He's a multi-millionaire who has the means to sit around while they're on strike. But I guess that didn't matter to him, but because they got their money. I mean, if they're working the job, they deserve the money. That's the bottom line. Thank you. Let's go. 13,300 subscribers. Keeps going up every day, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. We're gonna have a giveaway soon. We'll be I'm gonna bring Punch on, and we're gonna have a giveaway. Shout out to Punch. We got to get him back on too for some more stories.
does that mean going forward, and what are the chances of that? We're going to talk about it in today's episode. If you're new to the channel, hey, take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you'll be alerted about new videos as they come out.
And pay taxes. They want to get rid of him. Where's the president of the United States? He's not fighting for us. He told in LA, he told the union, hurry up and get a contract. That's the mentality they have. They don't even know what the hell they're doing today.
All right, so you hear the way he talks, right? Well, this is the old Daggett.
Elected president of the International Longshoremen's Association. Harold, what are your...
Does this guy look familiar? Yeah, he does. Because he's Daggett without the beard.
priorities as ILA president?
Well, first, I'm going to have a meeting with all my top officers, and we're going to put our plan together. We're going to sit down. We're going to try to figure out what's the best strategy to go ahead and go forward to get a contract.
Sounds a little different on this interview, doesn't he? What's up with that?
And we have a lot of issues. We have issues with the chassis. We have issues with the automated terminal.
Well, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to save everybody's job when it comes to the ILA and to all the unions around the world, because we're going to fight it with that alliance. I'll shut them down throughout the world to prove that we can beat them.
I'll cripple you.
We have to get over that. Against fully automated terminals, I tell you right now, I will fight it to the end. And these people that have these chassis pools, they are not signatories to any contract, so that means they can get up and leave at any time, and my men would be out of work. Either they join the USMX, or we have to go and stop the overweights from leaving the terminals to create jobs for the longshoremen and the checkers, and put those containers, stuff and strip them into new containers and on chassis.
All right, so let me explain the situation. Like some people said before, he wasn't in the mob. He wasn't this and that. He was just the president of the ILA, and he had no he had no dogs in that fight. Well, I got evidence to prove otherwise. So it says one defendant, ILA bigwig Harold Daggett. Now, what did they call him? They called him a defendant. Why did they call him a defendant? Because he got arrested with the mob. So it says he broke down while testifying that he was a mob target rather than a co-conspirator. So that was his defense. He was a target instead of a co-conspirator. It says that he described wetting his pants when Genevieve's family hitman, George Barone, stuck a gun against his head during a 1980 meeting. He cocked the trigger and said, "I'll blow your brains all over the room." A sobbing Daggett recalled. Co-defendant Lawrence Ricci, or Ricky, a reputed Genovese capo, missed Daggett's waterworks. He disappeared 3 weeks into the trial, and his body showed up months later in the trunk of a car. So all this crap about he wasn't involved, he 100% was involved. So let's get to this other article. Harold Daggett, the union boss behind the port strikes who makes over $900,000 a year, once fought the Mafia. Fiery union boss Harold Daggett has long cast himself as a staunch advocate for blue-collar workers, even as he lived in the life of luxury, owning a yacht, driving a Bentley. He fought off the alleged mob ties to the Mafia, sporting a polo shirt with a chunky gold medallion around his neck. The 78-year-old Daggett, who was president of the Longshoremen's Union, leading to the port strikes stretching from Maine to Texas, was prone to theatrical flourishes. In September interviews as he geared up for the strike. They're gonna be like this, Daggett said, grabbing his neck in a choking gesture. I'll cripple you. I'll cripple you, and you have no idea what this means. Nobody does, he said. Since last year, Daggett threatened to shut down 36 ports covered by his union if money-crazy shipping companies refuse to issue wages and protections for the workers against industry automation. Meanwhile, Daggett has worked for the ILA for 57 years and took the helm as president in 2011, raked in $728,000 in compensation last year from the ILA. He collected another $173,000 as president for the local union, according to the Labor Department's filings. He lives in a 7,136 square foot house valued at $1.7 million on a 10-acre lot in New Jersey. By comparison, his fellow union boss at the AFL/CIO Teamsters Auto Workers Unions earned $300,000 a year, according to the reports. Daggett formerly owned the Obsession, a 76-foot yacht. He and his family reportedly saw him zipping around in a Bentley. Dude had more yachts than me, billionaire Elon Musk wrote in an X post. In 2005, the Justice Department accused Daggett of being associated with the Genovese crime family, one of the 5 families in the U.S. Mafia. Daggett took the witness stand that year after federal prosecutors charged him with racketeering. He described himself as a target of the mob, though a turncoat Mafia member had testified that Daggett was under the mob's thumb. During the course of the trial, one of Daggett's co-defendants, Lawrence Ricci, an alleged major mob figure, disappeared, and his body was found weeks later decomposing in a car in the trunk outside of a New Jersey diner. Ricci's death remains unsolved, though speculation circulated that he was killed after refusing to plead guilty to avoid news reports of the trial. Daggett was acquitted in 2 cases, even though famous black and white mob movie On the Waterfront was inspired by his longshoremen's union. Over the years, Daggett has badmouthed the Waterfront Commission, a regulatory agency that was inspired by the movie and created to prevent corruption among New York and New Jersey ports. Daggett called the commission accusations of the mob ties total bullshit and a dark, ugly attack on Italian Americans. Well, you only attack it if it's true, because it is true. He was involved with the mob. He ended up cooperating against them. Like it's cut and dry. It's not a surprise. He was involved with the mob. He cooperated against them. He got caught. And then he pissed his pants. So it says, over the years, Daggett called the commission, called it total bullshit. It's a damn tragedy for the waterfront. my bad, it keeps going out. Word on the streets is you can't even get a job in this union unless you're connected somehow to these people. So I think the mob ties are pretty accurate. Dennis, the executive vice president of the LIA, earned $250,000 in the fiscal year ended in December 2022. John, the general vice president of the Atlantic Coast District of the ILA, reportedly earned $264,000 in the same period. Now he is using his trademark aggression to fight suppliers, government agencies, and even President Biden on strikes. Well, who cares about President Biden? He ain't my president. Shout out to Donald Trump, 2024. He's gonna win. We all know it. But anyway, retailers, auto suppliers, and produce importers had hoped that Biden would impose a federal tariff act, which allows U.S. presidents to enact a 80-day cooling off period to force employees to return to work during the labor disputes. So that way they wouldn't have to go on strike and everything could run smoothly. But those hopes were swept away when Biden said he does not believe in the tariff. Daggett had mocked the idea during an interview in early September. Do you think when I go back for 90 days that those men are going to work on the pier? Daggett said. He painted the picture of the effects of the strike over time, signaling that he is readying to buckle down for the long run. Of course he is, because he has the money to do that. Everything in the United States comes on a ship. Daggett said during the September interview, during the first week of the strike, media outlets will cover the picket lines, he predicted. During the second week, car salesmen will struggle to hold on to their jobs as automotive shipments stall, Daggett said. The malls will start to shut down on the third week. Next, construction worker jobs will be at risk since steel and lumber is shipped. All this will lag. Everybody's hating the longshoremen now because now they realize how important their jobs are. The union had warned. And as we all know, they had the strike and they ended up coming to an agreement. I believe they almost doubled their wages an hour. It is funny, right? So, well, he claimed he pissed his pants. Maybe that was a way to get out of it and to be done with try to distance himself from all of this publicity. Could be. But trust, there's a lot more to come. We're going to talk about these two clowns, Michael Francis and Sammy the Rat Gravano. Him and his zesty little relationships he had. We're going to talk about this clown. And you know, we can't stop there.
The door.
I did this to the door.
We can't leave him out.
I did this to the door. I did this to the door. I did this to the door. I pushed the door in. I pushed the door in. I pushed the door in. I pushed the door in.
In this Airbnb, right?
Yes, I pushed the door
And
in.
whose card is on file here?
Yours. But I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix the door for you. I'm gonna fix the door for you.
So if I get charged for this,
You're not being charged.
I'm suing you on.
Not being charged. Shout out to everybody out there. Got a lot of videos dropping. We're going to be dropping a whole bunch. If you guys don't know, I got a new show dropping called War Stories with Bill, Breeze, and Bo. If you guys remember Breeze, he told some really good stories. He's on that. Bo's on that. Shout out to Bo. We got some really good stuff dropping. That's going to be dropping in the next couple days. And if you guys don't know, I got another show that I just started dropping last night with Ex-Pagan, Popcorn, Ex-Hell's Angel, Pee-wee, Goldsmith, and Repo. Shout out to them. And Ex-Bandito, Jeremy. So all four of them on the same show. I believe it's 7 parts, and it's really good. They tell some great stories. Go check out part 1. It's up there now. And I'm going to be dropping part 2, I believe, tomorrow. But I have so much content on the way. I have new people that I started interviewing, so I'm going to be dropping those. And if you want to be a guest on the show, just email me at billstaxx2021@gmail.com, and we will get you on. If you're a sponsor out there, you have a product or you have a business and you want sponsorship, if you want to get your brand sponsored, hit me up on my email at billstaxx2021 and we'll make that happen. We can make commercials. We can do all kinds of things. If you want to be a part of the movie projects that I have coming up, hit me up on the email. We already have 4 episodes of the TV show filmed, and the movie has already started production. We have a lot of people in place. Shout out to Bro Bear. He's playing a pivotal role in the movie. Shout out to Punch. We're going to be doing a lot of big things. And if you guys don't know, I've been to the Mafia cemetery. And I'm working on kind of like a short documentary about that. So a lot of features in that, like John Gotti's parents, gravestones, Vito Genovese, Lucky Luciano, Neil Della Croce, Joe Colombo. There's so many. And I'm working on getting footage and putting it all together with their tombstone. So it's going to be a really good thing. You guys will see tons of content on the way, and I'm going to be doing something cool for Halloween. So just stay tuned for all this. Lots of great content. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up my Cash App at BillStaxx2021. Or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to be going live pretty much every day, and we're going to get back into the swing of things. So I'll be doing lives in the morning, and I'll be dropping interviews at night. So lots of great content. Go check out. I got over 5,000 interviews, and there's a lot more on the way. If you don't like this show, stick around. Maybe you'll learn to like it. Or start your own fucking podcast. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.